one of the key reasons, I think, for that region to have any representation right now as well.
Maybe he forms a secondary team.
Who
Brings
knows?
more
I mean,
SA,
that's
or
kind of
maybe
what it
coaches.
needs,
We'll
doesn't
see.
it? But also, it needs
10
better depth, doesn't it?
remaining.
You need more players from that region to be playing the game and enjoying it. And I think there is an element of, well, look, you know, these Peruvian stars suddenly are going to these minors and these majors and big tournaments. Maybe we can do that.
And playing for different teams. We see Tomato like
Absolutely.
I mean,
it starts to make people think, hey, we can do this. We are good enough. Anyway, we are into the draft. Good chat. We'll have more of those throughout the weekend. Very good question as well. Thank you very much for that question. Draft number 3 is upon us.
Same bands, XAA every single time by Immortals.
So it's Venno Pugna, right?
Venno Pugna, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, they switched it up. They take out the Knights because they're not first pick this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they wouldn't want it against them.
Makes sense.
I mean, that makes sense now, yeah.
So are they gonna first pick a Pugna, or are they gonna like pick the Wyvern early? That's like the question here. So they go for the Wyvern.
Be careful, Winter. Don't even look at him. Just like, he's not even here. Immortal's gonna go.
I'm just pleased that there was no cricket bat in his hand. There has been no. A baseball bat. There has been a baseball bat in producer Vlad's hands before.
He just came over here. Winter was being silly, so.
Yeah. He was being
Mistakes
worse than Winter
were
was.
made.
Mistakes were made.
So they want the Wyvern Pugna, I
yeah,
believe, is
I
what
guess
this
that's
tells me.
where they're going. What
From
they would
Immortals.
like, but they can't give them that this time.
Does LGD play the Pugna
Yeah.
that much, though?
Well,
Is-
not
I guess
really.
you can. I guess they do play it, and you can snatch it up here.
Because Immortals, like watching those games when I saw them with the Wyvern Pugna, it was really devastating to really play against. Adjustments
Ooh.
being made. Whoa.
Adjustments. Silencer is quite good
Ah.
against Wyvern. It denies the defensive capabilities of the hero, so you can't really counter initiate global. Actually, I like this option against the Wyvern.
10 seconds remaining.
So
I mean, I think you're right. I think maybe they do want the Pugna against
5
alongside this
seconds
Wyvern, but-
remaining.
and LGD don't really.
And their bread and butter.
Yeah.
It's looked in so much team fight, it's so much damage.
Earth Spirit.
Earth Spirit, double silences.
Okay, so Yao is gonna play Earth Spirit.
You don't like him on it so much. He's had some decent success though.
I seen him play it. He's not like really polished with it. Like he's I think just below a little bit below
That's
average.
a
on
5
hero.
Earth Spirit though.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, in the past. So now it's a 4 Earth
5
Spirit.
seconds remaining.
I mean, Navi makes it work. They do it on
Yeah.
Seneca on
Yeah.
position 5.
Yeah.
Because the hero, I mean, it's cool to have a dagger, but you don't really need it in the early game.
Roger and Snake are like 4 points. Whatever. It's like, yeah, but it's a similar concept. Similar concept.
4.2 and 4.8.
Yeah, 4.8.
But they are 4.5. This is like double 5s.
It's true. Yeah.
LGD.
Okay.
they
So
just
do
take
they take the
Yeah,
Pugna?
they do.
Yeah, they do.
No doubt.
Too good an
Yeah,
opportunity
but Earth
to miss.
Spirit I think is quite good against Pugna. Need someone that can actually gap close, go in front of the Pugna. The silence is really good against Pugna.
Yeah.
Stun as well.
Unless you
and
get
they've thought that.
unless you get far behind at one
10
point. That's when
seconds
Pugna just
remaining.
eats you alive because you roll in and just bursted. And they go for the Dagon build. So you
5
roll in, you get
seconds
decrypt blasted,
remaining.
Dagon, you're just dead. But yeah, in theory, of course, because with the global and there's the
Back.
multiple ways to stop the life drain.
Yeah, and you just need to make sure that he doesn't get to that Dagon stage. If he's at that stage, something has gone so wrong in the
Very
game that the Pugna has a Aether Lens Dagon and whatever items that he has at that point.
Very, very true.
LGD's turn to ban.
So they take out the Spirit Breaker. I think this is also a very classic Immortals hero. Every edition of the team, they are gonna pick the hero. They run at you with that hero. It allows them to play the kind of Dota that they want to play.
10 seconds
Immortals
remaining.
remove the Bat Rider
Yes.
because
5
Bat Rider.
seconds remaining.
I think Bat Rider is one of the best combinations with Silencer. You jump in, you get a lasso,
Mhm.
and global. That's by far one of the favorite combinations I have.
Yeah.
Dire
It's very,
team
very hard to
back.
deal with.
It's great
'cause you're,
versus both
you're gonna
of
need
these.
like Lotus, Greaves,
Mhm.
BKB.
They ban out the bounty again. Dude, that offlane bounty really put an impression on him.
What do you think of it? Do you think it's actually that good?
I personally didn't. I was like, oh, offlane bounty, they're gonna lose. But they
10
made it work.
seconds
Just the
remaining.
track kills. It works for the team, right? When they're as Immortals.
Yeah, because of how they want to play. They
5
run at you. They want to
seconds
get they
remaining.
prioritize kills over objectives in
Yep.
certain situations, and the track actually justifies that. If you get a couple of track kills and they play a lot around as a team,
Does that mean that's a style thing, isn't it?
yeah,
More
it's
than
a style
anything
thing.
else for them?
Style thing for sure.
And it allows you to
turn
like
to
to
pick.
keep chasing because of the vision and the move speed. Like everything goes well with the way the team plays.
Mm.
That's a CK ban as well.
Ban, yeah.
They have Pugna and Wyvern already.
Yeah, why?
They're pretty damn good versus CK at all stages.
I'm not so sure about the CK, but maybe CK is
10
gonna be good
seconds
against something.
remaining.
But either way, you have
5
Pugna and
seconds remaining.
Wyvern. You probably shouldn't be afraid of the CK. Not sure. Maybe they have other plans, or they're just really worried about, because CK can be like kind of like a niche. You're picking him in the right situation and he wins you the game.
With global as well, right? I guess
Yeah.
that's a pretty different situation for the CK.
Yeah, but like you said, Wyvern and Pugna both very
Yeah,
good
very
against
good,
CK. But we'll see what LGD goes for here. FY has been playing a lot of like I think Sand King, Magnus. Like those are pretty decent pairings with the silencer. When you draft silencer, want multiple ways of initiating. You don't want to just have like one hero that can actually go in. A few ways to go in, so the global can be used a lot in the fights, in the game itself. Because you don't really want to be popping
Dire
defensive
team
globals.
pick.
Those are the last kind of globals that you want. So they picked the Clockwork. Clockwork's really, really good against Pugna. During Starlight and Mineski, every time their opponents pick Pugna, they would just go for the Clockwork.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Get a Blade Meal.
Yeah, you have to just pretty much switch your item build on Pugna. You almost always want to go for a 4-step now
10
in between that
seconds
Aether Lens.
remaining.
So it's an off-lane Clockwork.
5 seconds remaining.
Not every team likes to run off-lane Clockwork because he can be very limited in what he does though. Like he gets an okay laning phase, he goes for ganking once he reaches level 6, level 7. But after those ganks, sometimes you feel like you don't do so much with the hero. And not everyone likes to get Midas. I think it's quite important to get Midas once you're done ganking.
They had the last time with
Yeah,
it, right?
very
Blood Rage,
very similar lineup. And
Pugna, the dream.
yeah, Blood Rage Pugna is suitable for the team as well because with the fighting that's going to be going on in the other lanes, Bloodseeker just auto wins his lane because of
10
the
seconds
damage that he's going to
remaining.
get.
And they use what I've been seeing is Dubu always starts mid, so they throw the
5
Blood Rage on
seconds
top of the
remaining.
Wyvern, and he just starts harassing with Arctic Burn and gives you a very good start.
Yeah, but Clockwork is quite good against Berserker at the start of the game. You can actually kill him in the lane if he's not careful with the Blood Rage on him and the battery assault.
They have ran it mid though, and they've ran
I
it
was,
against
going to say, I think the Pugna and the Bloodseeker, they've run multiple different ways within the same lineup. So Pugna can be played by 3 of the players. We know that already.
Yeah, but either way, Clockwork's going to be quite good against those two heroes. Just need to build a Blade Meal. It's going to be doing a lot of damage in the fights.
You said multiple forms of initiation. Exactly what.
Dire
going.
team pick.
Storm
They
Spirit.
go back for their
Yep,
storm
another
again.
way of jumping.
Yep.
That's how you use Silencer well. And they don't, like these 3 heroes kind of not very good at locking the storm down. Pugna's decent at saving your teammate if you have the decrab or the life drain.
Storm does a
10
lot of damage to
seconds
Bloodseeker
remaining.
as well.
Yeah.
All magic damage versus if he's
So,
Blood Raged.
Very, very good pick
5 seconds
Yeah.
for
remaining.
LGD.
2 spirits.
LGD's
They need to
turn
pick like
to
some
pick.
lane winning hero. Storm. So finally they go
Mm.
for the Prophet, Nature's Prophet. Very good against Silencer in the lane.
So-
That support doesn't do much against him.
So
And also,
Pugna is safe lane then?
can he be
safer
like
mid.
a Prophet carry? What?
You don't think Forev plays there?
Yeah, he plays
10
that, but I remember
seconds
seeing a
remaining.
couple of teams recently run Prophet as a carry role.
Complexity ran it
5
on safe lane
seconds
in
remaining.
Starlighter recently.
But I think for this team, it's probably 4F exclusively
Mhm.
gonna play this hero. So the Pugna is gonna be MP's hero, and Kyo is gonna play.
It's a good pressure
Dire
hero, and you
team
know that
ban.
Silencer and Earth Spirit want to get, they need levels, and Nature's Prophet can bully the safe lane a bit because of that. These heroes do not deal with treants. Still ban out the IO. Not great. They still don't have catch on him more.
10 seconds
For
remaining.
that
Dire
Storm
team
Doll.
pick. LGD's turn to pick.
Flada.
Okay, whoa.
A slaughter?
Haven't seen that hero in ages.
No.
Hmm.
It's okay here. And it's quite decent with the Wyvern.
Who
'Cause
plays the Slardar then?
It's a position for
Position
Slardar,
4,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is?
apparently.
Okay.
Probably
alright.
It's gonna, so it's gonna, like, the way it works is like he
10
curses a target and he just
seconds
uses his
Amp.
amp on it, then the guy just dies.
And it gives them
Now
roast
select
potential
But
as well.
it's not good against PL.
No, it is not.
Which is always the bonus of the final pick.
That
So
looks-
yeah.
I like
I like LGD.
LGD
yeah.
more, but I think Immortals can play better to win the game. So I am actually gonna go Immortal. I think they will play better and win.
I'm gonna switch it up this time.
Okay, so just to be clear, because 100% predictions were on the line until you screwed it up on the last one. Immortals for winter.
Yes.
Okay,
I will go LGD.
fogged. All right.
Don't look at me again like that, dude.
Is he still
Getting
at,
to me.
Is he still at 100%?
No, I got the
No,
last
I
one.
got the
I went
last
with
one
you
wrong.
last time too.
He mentioned just before the last game.
Oh, shut up.
I'm at
I
100%.
didn't say anything.
Say commentator's curse. Works every time. Right, one for each of the two teams. Let's find out which way it's going to fall as effectively we head into a best of one for a place in the semi-finals. We'll go back to our commentary team of Capitalist and Blitz.
That's why, as a duo, Blitz and I are always 100%. LGD versus Immortals, 1-1 right now. Blitz, we had a split on the panel. One side went LGD, the other side did go Immortals. But Winters did say it's only because he thinks they can play well enough to make it work, but he actually likes LGD's draft a little bit more.
That's a cop-out
That's
answer.
a cop-out. Okay.
Straight
Don't
up
cop out for me,
cop-out.
Blitz, then. Give us the real answer. Give us the hard answer.
100%. The better team will win.
Wow. Great stuff.
Prepare
Blitz
for
Dota.
battle.
Thank you. That's the real cop-out answer. Okay, but from a real analysis,
Yes.
Immortals, I think they're going to do it.
Okay.
I think they're going to
Why?
do it. I think this Nature's Prophet is going to be pretty annoying for them, especially in the laning phase. They've got good heroes. The one thing that scares me a little is like their lack of lockdown for the Storm. Probably the biggest issue.
And PL. We
But
don't have a whole lot
PL's
for him either.
I don't know, man. PL like loses a lot of games.
Phantom Lancer is it?
And plus, like Pugna like destroys him. You just get Ags on Pugna and you go like zoop, zoop, all your illusions.
FY. Gonna be chased away already down to half HP. So an off-lane clockwork for LGD is what they settled on. They think it's gonna be the way to match up against the
30
Pugna.
seconds
Do you
to
agree? I mean, we've never really been big fans of the off-lane clockwork lately, but against Pugna, is it?
It's pretty good. There is the downside, of course, of like Clockwork's in a really weird spot where he's good against these heroes, but once they get 4 stabs, that hero really levels off. By the way, shout out to our lovely observer, Griff. If he misses any of the action, they listed his full name
The
so you
battle
can
begins.
clean the shit out of him.
Yeah,
Go
get
fight
him on Twitter. Dude.
Get him.
A classic off-lane Furion trick. Just summon a bunch of trees and run at them. What can they do?
Undefeated.
Undefeated. Furion plus a bunch of trees versus
Those are
level 1
pretty
heroes.
much like Crystal Maidens.
Yeah, they are.
So they're
And they run faster than Crystal
yeah,
Maidens,
they're melee Crystal Maidens.
so they're just going to be able to run you
Oh,
out of lane. So
Dude, they're learning.
all
Look
3
at
bounty
this.
runes.
They're chilling with that chicken. They're trying to play a game of chicken. Who runs first?
Rolling
Here's the roll.
on a QO.
Oh, he's gonna get the remnant
Gets in
too.
front of him with the remnant. A
Kill my
lot
dude
of
dead.
damage. Maybe they can actually block him to death. Yeah, looks like it. Parry fire, a little bit extra,
He's
but
dead.
maybe he can
He's dead,
still
he's
get
dead,
a
he's dead.
couple more hits and he's got him. First blood goes to LGD Somnus. Okay.
That's exactly what you have to do against Bloodseeker, by the way. Harass him early so that he can't just like right-click creeps and get that regen off.
Yeah,
'Cause
punish
once he
him
gets
for
to
having
full
blood
level,
rage out,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Once he's a full level, like few levels, he's gonna be really hard for the Storm to deal with. But if you can get to him early, and you get to the level 6 timing before him, like once Storm 6 against this lineup, he's good. Nothing's gonna kill.
The FY, give it a little boop. MP's Pugna. Try and pull the creep wave back with his 4-man shield, get his level top of that. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we're going to see Farev and Bebby as a duo match up against Q and Ame, Silencer, and Phantom Lancer. This has got to be pretty favorable for Nature's Prophet.
Oh, he's
Dive?
just fine.
Couldn't go for it.
What can they do to him down here? But this lane has to go extremely well for them to make up for the lack of their disable and team fight.
They just got to get the ball rolling for the Phantom Lancer to get out of control. But that's part of the reason that LGD, who have some fighting heroes, right? Like the Clockwork, probably comes online faster than offlaner.
That is true, because he doesn't necessarily have to be like their offlaner in the sense that like he has to scale like he did in the last game.
Right.
His purpose is really different from last game. Like his purpose last game was get really tanky, like just build tank items, like build health wherever you can, get that blade mail, and then get people the hell out. This game, it's just, you know, get on top of people, try to get kills.
Start trying to get on top of MP right now, and he does get it,
Got
but
him.
Yao misses! Oh, Yao! It doesn't look like it's going to be much of a problem. FY still gets the kill, but what a whiff from Yao.
Early game, this Clockwork is going to be king. We talked about how 4 steps and BKBs, yeah, ruined that hero, but they don't have him yet.
He's just got to win that first 20 minutes. Kind of make the gap a little bit smaller in that weak period of time where both Storm and Phantom Lancer are going to be relatively...
Yes. At that point, like, you have to create space for both your cores. Like, you can't have both these cores that don't do anything. These are greedy cores, like Phantom Lancer and Storm, in that they are primarily going to be focused on farming. As mid,
Duo is struggling here.
dude, he's getting low.
He's walking that tightrope pretty tight. Just keeps on getting lower and lower from every bit of harassment from Maybe, but if he can get these last hits, he can maybe get himself into a comfortable position for this lane once again. 1, 2, and a third. There we go. Almost back up to full HP already. Catch him with the Clockwork, easy kill. FY and Yao really punishing this NP safe lane Pugna, who's getting no help whatsoever with Dubu mid half the time. Our Slardar permanently camped out at bottom lane.
Yeah, and this is quite a big problem right now for Immortals, just because they can't really protect the Pugna. Like, even if you have that Wyvern just sitting up there, they're always going to kill him as soon as they get the cogs around him.
Faked out the stun, Febby. Of course, Ame to use the Doppelganger away.
Good news for Immortals, though, is despite that top lane going pretty miserably, this bottom lane is going exceedingly well for them. As, for the most part, Forev getting absolute farm. Q not able to do too much as, look at this, Forev gonna TP out.
And with that TP, he made TP mid. Punch that one to bottom.
I don't think you're fighting that dude.
Idea. Anywhere else? Anywhere else he could? Probably not top.
No.
That looks like a lane that's owned
I think you
by
just go bottom
LGD.
right now.
Back
Which
to
is
bottom
exactly
lane he
what
goes.
And he's got raindrops, it's really hard to kill him.
I always get excited for those aggressive heroes.
Not this game, dude. This game, where can he really kill? Like, they don't have any sort of kill combos.
Sprout into blue. Have as
Get that level 5.
maybe with 3 people mid plus a Furion. Yeah, I was actually gonna try and go for a Forev here. They're gonna slow him down. Couldn't get in range. It looks like nighttime. Managed to kill his Spirit Land.
It's Nature's Prophet. Shouldn't die. He's gonna get Treants out too. Spot Yao.
Yeah, I was
Who
still
will get
gonna
the
be able to
roll.
roll into him though.
Doesn't really want to
Treants
commit
are
the kick.
kind of a problem, and Dubu's already made the rotation. In fact, they've got Bebby here as well. They're gonna be able to catch something here. It's gonna be the silencer they're gonna lock down. One stun and just run him away. FY meanwhile does manage to get that kill on top
That's
lane
a solo kill.
again against the Pugna.
Yeah.
This Pugna is getting destroyed, and we may be doing okay at this bottom lane as Forev, but they're also not doing great in experience. It's only level 4 right now.
They're splitting a lot of XP right now, trying to make this lane work.
And
they're not.
Clockwork's just hit 6, so he can go ahead and kill the Furion if he wants.
He can also kill mid, and that is the good side about this Clock, is that Clock does have this like falling off period, but in a game like this, like I think he's snowballing maybe too hard. MP's anticipating kind of aggressive move mid as they're gonna run into
Stumbled right
again.
into the 2 supports. QO running super fast. MP's apparently done, by the way, with that top lane.
Nah, he's over it, man.
Now that you've got level 6, especially on the
Radiant's
Clockwork,
middle
plus
tower
the phase.
is under attack.
But the problem is he's gonna rotate in mid. He's just splitting XP. I guess their next place to go mid. But if they do that, Forev has to TP in. And even if he does TP in, he doesn't have trains for 30 seconds, which is why he hasn't made that move already. So it's actually MP that's gonna rotate into this mid lane, take this spot over. But that'll just force, I think what should happen is FY probably moves off of a result of this. Like, he has the TP ready.
They get the right one, they did. Oh no, don't get tricked like that. Splinter Blast goes out. Still going to be able to chase down Ame with Bebby. And they will throw out the Rupture finally onto him. Bebby actually is a little bit low.
Bebby's getting...
Mid lane, not again. MP ran away from the Clockwork at top lane to avoid just this very scenario. But again, he's going to die. FY is 4-0-0. I have to say his offlane performance has not been fantastic in his debut as an offlaner, but it is beginning to heat up in this game at least.
He was a beast last game.
Yeah, that's true.
He did really well last game. The Monkey King was like, whatever, that's a wash. In this game, though, doing quite a lot of work. 4-0, made completely salvaged this laning phase team. Again, downside is that they haven't been able to enable PL Farm, but we saw in last game, like, they don't necessarily need to. The other two can't carry. Especially maybe. This is a pretty freestorm game. I thought that the laning phase would have gone a little bit better, but FY just taking advantage of the fact that the Earth Spirit gave him 1 or 2 level advantage at the top. They want to dive though for this bottom lane tower, because MP can't do anything. He can't go anywhere as a non-5 man. So he's really frustrated. Probably telling his team like, guys, I can't do anything. It's just 5 man, trying to take some towers. Force LGD to us.
Now, are LGD going to fight that? They do have TPs, and they do have kind of fighting heroes. FY is going to go ahead and
They
charge
should
in.
definitely all
They go for
fight
the
this.
dive. Clockwork in a great position to be able to catch something here. Dubu's going to be slowed down by Yao. Meanwhile, they're going in deep for that one. Will manage to bring down the Phantom Lancer, but oh god, what a trap. They're going to be able to caught in the cogs. Fortunately, Bevy was able to get out, but for Rev, not so lucky. They do have QO coming in the backside. Goes straight for Yao. Looking to be able to pick up this kill, heal himself
Storm's
up,
gonna come,
and
though.
keep on going, but the Storm Spirit's ready to be able to clean up seconds.
Oh, he's at
Maybe.
mana.
Doesn't have the mana to be able to jump. He's
Can't do
got
it.
a soul ring, but
Won't make the distance.
so he's just not going to be able to do it. Maybe pick up this rune ahead of QO,
Yeah.
but that's all he can really do.
Committed his entire mana pool for that. Not a bad fight at all for Immortals.
Yeah.
What looked like it was going to be really one-sided after that Clockwork initiation turned into essentially a Nature's Prophet PL, and they did manage to grab Yao at the same time.
Was it just me or is maybe his TP like?
It was late.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here comes the Clockwork. No maybe TP whatsoever. I'm thinking like Storm's just going to clean up this whole entire fight, but
He had mana too. I think what he assumed was that his team would be able to clean up this fight without him. Then he TPs in, which is the issue. Like, he TPs in after the fact. Like, if he farms during this time, no problem. Like, that's not a bad trade for his team whatsoever. And Yao looks a little bit frustrated at that. Probably wanted them to rotate a little bit sooner. Dubu knowing that they got away with something free there.
so you're saying like, look, if you're going to farm mid, stick with the plan.
Yeah,
Farm
exactly.
mid. Don't actually end up TPing a little bit late.
Oh,
They are going to go for
FY.
this nice kick up. They are going to go for F first with FY locking him down inside the cogs. He's not going to be able to make it out. He did manage to get the slow boulder from the Earth Spirit onto QO, so maybe FY can still chase him down with the treants. It makes it a little hard though. Battery Assault just not ticking the way he wants to. QO even denying some of the treants just to get a boost in healing power. They can still think about for a kill here. If QO heals himself up with wraparound behind Slardar, maybe.
It looks like they shouldn't do this. It's a little bit too... Clockwork has 760 health, even with getting a little bit low. He does have cogs too, and Silencer's moving up, and I think maybe this time is going to be a bit smarter. He's got mana, he could TP in. They're not careful. He's getting pinged out though. It looks like they do want to rotate on him, but without a lot of mana on FY, I'm sure they have enough for this. And Q needs to back up at top right now. Get out.
Nobody's
Because you're bottom,
showing
yeah.
defense to the tier 1 tower. It's kind of the same situation. LGD are thinking, hey, if we're not defending this tower,
We should be doing something.
let's go get this kill.
And it looks like they should be able to grab this kill. QO stuck in a really weird position right now. I think he knows that he's
Mid
getting
lane,
sandwiched.
jump forward by the Storm Spirit. Looks like they're trying to go for Bevy here, bring him down underneath this tier 1 tower. Going in deep, turns around, gets out the amplify damage. Maybe he's now pretty low on mana, but he does have a haste rune, so as he cuts through the trees, he's going to be able to run himself away. NP now focusing on the Phantom Lancer. Farev does not have a Sprout up to be able to slow down Ame just yet, only getting a couple right clicks in. Maybe he comes back in, does a little bit of damage, distracts Immortals, while his allies do manage to make the escape. And they did get that Bloodseeker up at the top lane, diving into the tower.
Very nice move by LGD. They realize, okay, they were at bottom. There's absolutely no way that they can rotate in for this Bloodseeker. Let's all in for him. Successful play. And on top of that, they grab a kill in mid. They should lose their mid tier 1 tower though, as a result of this. It's the one benefit for Immortals. But in a game like this, I'm not sure if LGD cares too much, because they are getting still a lot of farm on everyone.
Yeah, they're still up in net worth.
They feel
despite
fine.
A clear tower advantage.
This is going to be a really good game for the Storm. Like, he has to do a lot of heavy lifting, and so far so good. Second in net worth behind his own Clockwork, who, yeah, you're second to him, but he had an absurd start.
Now, if LGD had been following the pattern, 3 or 4 man into bottom, 3 or 4 man into middle, they should know Immortals. This top lane. Green
They
Man's
can grab
behind.
FY here though, but I don't know how easy this is going to be as he gets
FY.
ruptured up.
Ruptured, Blood Right thrown out. Rev gonna TP right on top of FY. Pretty easy kill for them. Rev's actually gonna drop kind of low, but a kick is gonna miss. If it had hit
Really
Bjorn,
low.
he might have actually died.
I
But
think he 100% would have died. Gets all the way down to 60 health. Gonna not have a TP available either. They're afraid of the roll right now on top of him. Drawing the line.
not sticking around, be close enough for that one.
And that's a huge kill for them. They do manage to grab this ward at the same time. Whenever any team makes a move like that, like any competent team will always lay down vision while they make that play, so that if there's any sort of counterplay, they can make a decision based off of that. They are going to grab that tier 1 tower, and Febby actually showing up here might have been the wrong move. Here comes the roll in.
Thinking he could get that extra creep wave. Gonna be caught. Who's so close to his blink dagger too. Got greedy.
Febby, that was really greedy.
Yeah.
You just lost your you lost your ward. You took their tower. There's only so much.
And they had a bunch of vision in the bottom lane too.
Yeah,
so it's like
was...
he knew there was nobody at bottom lane. He had to know they were around that tier 2, even if they didn't defend the tower.
Oh, hook misses, but
Misses hook, but maybe still gonna be able to land the roll in with the remnant. Oh, Winter's Curse. That's gonna buy Tubu a bit of time. We'll see if he can actually roll out of this one. Kick. They do manage to get the kill. Immortals did not manage to bring enough heroes into the mid lane to punish any of that play from LGD. It looks like tired to do so. Farm time. Bloodseeker bottom. Almost doing this at the top though.
they gotta be careful. This storm does have a regen rune. Did pop it, so if there is a fight available, and Nature's Prophet opting to go for Orchid, realizing his team is lacking a little bit in Wave the Lockdown. At bottom tower, and it looks like we talked about it last game. There's going to be a trade. There's a Blood Rage Pugna. If you're not there instantly,
but FY looks like he wants to set up his team for TP rotation, but they already scouted him out with awards. So FY's just going to go for
stun
TP
angle.
out of his own. There's no stun possible for Febby.
very nice cogs. Realizes, guys, the only way that they can get in is the Sardar, but as long as they get cogs down, there's no way that he can find that angle.
Now, with the Clockwork TPing back, do you think that Immortals should be defending this tier 2 tower at top lane?
This tier 2 tower should be dead. Brev is going to lay down the trees, but he's got to be careful. Like, he can just get rolled on right now.
So even 4 versus 5 is just a little bit too hard.
I mean, it looks like they do want to fight. Goes here, but they're going to make the roll on him. They've got global too.
They only have 2 members here right now with the Global Silence already down. These 2 members may immediately die. Maybe it's going to jump forward, try and get a little bit of extra. Does manage to snag Brett, pull him back, but now here comes the stun. Febby managed to pick up his Blink Dagger, but it's not good enough to be able to save the Furion. Winter's Curse also getting laid down, but it looks like Doom may not be able to save his own life. Ame actually giving up on that chase, decides against it, especially with the Pugna still MIA now showing up, but it's too late. Tier 2 tower is going to go down. Immortals just seem a bit fractured. Their decision-making rotation. Stopping the TP here, Febby. Oh no. Not again, Febby.
Yeah, they're being a little bit greedy. You take that bottom tower, and Radiant mirrors you, so they grab their own tower. It's like, just give it up. Each got a tower. Trying to defend that one is crazy. Like, you know they're set up. They definitely have better vision than you. You have absolutely no vision in that area. If a team pushes, they're going to have wards, which they do, and they're going to have the better fight because of Global Silence. So if you give up on that fight, reset, maybe take something a little bit differently, it's a lot better for you. Like, that's just a classic case of wanting a little bit too much. And now everyone's game's fine. Phantom Lancers caught up as a result of some of these kills. Immortals looked really good in game 1. Rough in game 2, and now game 3, it's pretty hard.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
On the Phantom Lancer, he's finally become a factor. All these kills that maybe is getting really gonna pay off if he Bloodstone minutes. Trying to get some aggressive vision down. Try and make use of the dagger Slardar.
He's their only initiation right now. Unless you count Rupture, which I don't. Not against Bloodseeker, or not against the Stormshield.
There's too many of these heroes that don't care, right? Even Clockwork, you could.
This NP really needs Orchid before they fight. He's been close for a while. 16 minutes in.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Level
attack.
disadvantage too. He's level 8 right now on Nature's Prophet. He just hit 9. The Storm Spirit 13. Clockwork 11.
It's not going great. So they need that game-winning team fight.
Yeah. Bloodstone up on Storm Spirit, so even if they pick him off once, probably don't care about it too much.
And you do not have any catching power, again, without that Orchid, but it looks like just in general they're going to nag the Storm Spirit.
You know what he goes for next? BKB? Want to be 100% invincible? Because you should know that the Nature's Prophet is going for that Orchid.
You like BKB?
I think so. Lincoln would be fine too.
Maybe thinking about making a jump here in the mid lane. He's going to let
They
both
got
Air
global.
Spirit initiation with the global. They're going to try and get 2 kills for this Bloodstone pickup. And it's going to work out perfectly for them. LGD finding 2 in the mid, can go for a mid lane push as well. The tier 1 tower already chipped down so low.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just like that. Oh man,
Dire's middle
Travel
tower
and work.
has fallen.
maybe can start.
LGD have just played so well right now. And Immortals kind of know their team. They want to take these fights. They want to use their Nature's Prophet to move you around the map so that they can grab these gauges, but... Oh, another one. Hook MP gets out.
Close. Good attempt. Thought he was farming up the neutral camp. Might have been able to find him with the hook.
It's a decent guess.
Stop the drain.
Not just that. It's nice you can see it.
Blood right is.
Yeah.
Blood
Rocket's
scouted
gonna
out
spot
by
them.
Rocket.
Dire's
game's
bottom
getting
tower is under attack.
Really rough now. BKB is the next target for QO. And if he gets these BKBs and they still don't win the fight, then I'm not sure how LGD would game anymore.
Vision, my friends.
Still scary.
Baited them to jump. Just quickly back up. So we just wait for BKB, wait for North. It's now complete. And Immortals just have to win like 3 fights in a row to get control of this.
Yeah, I think so.
It's gonna be tough.
3 fights? No, they could do it with 2.
2?
Because if they win 1 fight, they'll get Roshan. And once they get the Aegis, the game becomes a little bit more clear for them. It's just jumping the Storm is going to be... Most of the time what's going to happen is they're going to pop global as soon as he gets jumped. And they're going to counter initiate. Because they have heroes that are really fast. Like the Roll and the Clockwork hook in. They're never going to just let him die by himself. As long as maybe he plays with the rest of his team. Aggressive smoke. Pugna is spotted by that ward. Will FY try the hook? He's got the angle, yes.
Point, but there is a Force Staff. That's why he's going to push him back with a Cogs. He managed to get the stun from Yao. Great set of burst damage from LGD. The recognition of that Force Staff escape that was possible for the Pugna. Chain their stuns quite.
Very well done for them. Only upside right now for Immortals is that Storm wasn't there for that. That is like a really sad upside. It's got a DD rune, so Immortals don't want to take this engage. Quite devastating of them.
Dire's middle tower is under
Furion
attack.
just tries that bottom lane, but for the most part, LGD are real happy with the lane. Pushing in mid, tops pretty well pushed in as well. Immortals don't really seem to be able to fight them very well. Attempt of the stun into the Blood right side.
He's getting a little bit low right now, but has that DD rune and wanted to utilize it. Amped up, and with that Nether ward down, looks like they're going to disengage. Immortals still hang on to their tier 2 tower. Not able to grab any sort of follow-up. Nature's Prophet just trying to farm his way into this game. Grabbing a Force Staff next FY. He's going to find the angle all the way around him and should run into Forev here.
This is huge. He has the hook shot after Forev gets himself out of this situation with a Sprout, so he can go back in, but instead he's going to be caught by the rest of Immortals. Tried too hard to get a solo kill. Still trying for it though. Hoping to be able to land the hook shot damage, AoE damage, small as it is. get a last little bit to finish off the Fury. Rev is able to escape, and this is the opportunity Immortals were looking for, right? A mistake made by LGD, quickly capitalized on, get a pick off. What do you do from here as Immortal?
Farm. Because I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure if they win the fight even then.
Yeah.
They're still global. Storm is absolutely nuts in this game right now.
And Top's pushed in a lot, so...
He's got a Yules too. So this Orchid on... They don't really have follow-up for him is the problem. Okay, so you get Slardar stun if you Orchid him, and he'll just Yule. So you have to catch him like on the blood right down. It's really awkward to kill him at this point.
Regeneration.
Painting me a very grim...
Dire's middle tower is under
So,
attack.
as the man who always has a plan, give me a... creates for themselves. What do they do next to win a fight? Or even find the right fight in the first place, because that also seems to be a struggle.
Probably just keep shoving in the lanes. Let them shove the lanes. When they get into this rhythm a few times, you just...
Okay. Looks like they are going to try and go for that smoke right now. With
This one
Ame.
fails.
Because Ame's felt pretty comfortable pushing in the top lane. And Ferev's going to run right into him, manage to get the Orchid. On point, follow-up stun, got him. Global Silence used too.
Okay,
So
go Rush.
maybe that is Immortals' time to take an objective finally.
Probably Roche.
Do it. Pretty quickly too, amplify damage plus Bloodseeker.
Like, they're only
They not even, oh, they're actually going to go for more here. They're going to try and initiate on LGD, hoping that they won't have the opportunity to initiate on them. Now, there goes that Yule Scepter to defeat the Orchid usage. Stun goes out on Yao, follow up Blood right. Yao's going to try and roll himself away. Debbie does interfere, but QO's diving in pretty deep here, does have the BKB. Feeling like it can still chase down these heroes. Going to go all the way into the tier 3s for it, but QO just doesn't do enough damage.
Oh, no.
Finally, the Amplify is there, but this is a completely wasted BKB, and perhaps a completely wasted opportunity for Aegis. Now it's going to be maybe reinitiating. Does manage to get the stun turnaround and into the Blood right, but there's that Yule Scepter again. Dewey tries to save himself the Winter's Curse, but with Yao kind of sitting there, he knows there's no escape possible. If anything, it's needed to buy time for the rest of his team to back up to the shrine.
And they went deep for that, but we talked about it before. The Storm just has a lot of difficulty dying.
Oh no, a failed initiation turns into so much worse, as now they're going to get stunned up with the Yule Scepter after the fact. Bloodright is going to be able to come in and slow some of these heroes down. In fact, QQ is going to be able to get cleaned up by QO and manage to get the Rupture onto Maybe. So Maybe has to make pure mana jumps and a TP out to get out of here, but he will be able to do so successfully. Immortals just didn't have the stuns there. Yao does manage to get pops the So, second opportunity for Immortals this time around. They do Roshan, they don't have the Slardar, so it's still going to be a bit tough.
Really hard without the Slardar. The main reason they didn't go for it in the first place, though, is they felt LGD would still take that fight. They've got a lot of different ways to get inside the pit. Storm Spirit is king. Talked about that. If Storm just like guesses it, everyone respawns, you die. It goes over.
So it feels a little bit liable, just kind of push your numbers, find another.
Yeah, that was kind of okay. It's just they couldn't
He's
burst
going to try and
anybody.
chase Dubu here because the Storm Spirit is not so far away, can make a long roll in, but all of Immortals are here. Now the initiation. Oh, what a great roll in. Managed to hit both the core and the support there. Set up, but Ame being chased down by Febby and Ferev have to give up on it now that he's no longer silent and get away. QO. He's got to clean up this fight somehow, but I'm not sure how he does it. He goes for Ame, looks to be able to kill him before the TP out, and fortunately Furion does manage to finish him off with the nuke. But QO needs more than just a single kill to be able to turn this team fight to an advantage in Immortals. But he won't be able to do it. In fact, if anything, he's got to make sure he doesn't die as his BKB wears off. He retreats, a 1-for-2 exchange. Seems like wasn't so one-sided, even though LGD only lost the one. It was far up in network.
Man, this game is weird. Like, they're still getting some kills, but I'm still struggling to find a way that they can win.
Yeah, it's
Like, a few more of these, and maybe they have a chance at this. The Bloodseeker is pretty farmed, and so is the Nature's Prophet. And with Nature's Prophet, you can definitely hold out the game by just shoving in that bottom lane constantly. But that is why he's going for the Aghanim Scepter.
okay.
Which is a really rare pickup for Nature's Prophet. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'd imagine it's just in response to we can never fight. Let's maybe do some like shenanigans, like Forev gets Blood Rage. They just shove out all the lanes at once.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. We talked about how they can't take fights, so they have to shove out lanes and fights that way.
With the Radiance plus the Aghanim Scepter, that will give them separate opportunities for a wave clear. Ame, who was smoked up, runs straight into Dubu. Brings it down to half health already with just the spear and a couple of right clicks. Now they cut the hook on the back line. Does not have the Force Staff opportunity to get out of there. Witch's Curse used, but again, it looks like our Winter Wyvern is going to be food for LGD to be able to run down. QO is here to fight, like as always. Looking to be able to get that one kill. Does manage to get it. Doesn't pop his BKB before the stone comes in for the Earth Spear, and now is dropped dangerously low, and it's just going to be simply right down, clicked down by LGD. Through that magic immunity, 25 to 13, LGD winning another engagement. This time, more handedly, or 1 for 2 turns to 1.
That Stormtrooper has DD the entire time, dropped his power too, and he feels so unthreatened by anything else. You get to just see roll in however he feels like. Gonna grab an Orchid now as his DPS item. Up the game for him at Pugna at least. Pugna just gets silenced and dies.
I mean, just he smokes and just runs into him. I mean, he's really not scared of anything.
No, he shouldn't, because the follow-up from his team is strong. Like, look how quickly 4F dies. You have that much net worth, but you still die in 2 seconds to the storm.
Time Q up, barely getting these TP out kills. And his team, they really can't just do enough damage for Bloodseeker to go from killing one hero to killing the next to killing the next. We're not seeing that snowball that we usually do with. Maybe the Radiance will help that.
A lot of frustration. I'm not sure that they know what the next either.
Okay, and Viz maybe is gonna find Febby, follow up stone kick, and pretty easy kill. Oh, all right, Clockwork Rocket.
Good timing. He's got an Ags now too.
Stop. 23 Bloodstone. To MP, Force Staff trying to stay ahead of FY. Furion threatening the teleport. He's going to complete it, but instead they're going to grab somebody else who's going to be the Winter Wyvern. Snatched up by the Storm Spirit. Make sure to throw the Global Silence, just ensure that.
Kill. Nice. And once he has this, he's...
And it's off!
I didn't know how to make the canal. With that, he's truly LGD. What the hell is that?
It's been quite a one-sided. And Immortals, who love to be able to fight, just... And now they have to go for this really long, far-off dream of Aghanim Scepter Furion drawing out the game so they can, what, win late game with a Pugna Bloodseeker against a Phantom Lancer Storm Spirit. Inherently, those heroes are just better late game on the side of LG.
On top of that, LGD have a lot of catch this time. They got 3 different ways to get into the fight, and they've got this bailout spell and this gold. Just what they're waiting for, by the way, before they take another. Like, Storm and Clockwork just go in. Global. What are they going to do? They've got 1 BKB right now on their team. They've gone for this Dagon build that they keep preferring on the Pugna, but it doesn't help with the survivability.
Storm Spirit. He jumps him. There's really nothing they can.
Jumps him, the Global Silence. He kills the Pugna in 3 shots. Next.
MP, he's got to play a real special kind of Dota, hidden on the map, waiting for the Storm Spirit to initiate on someone else. Zombie. All green heroes. Not winning this game.
No.
Boy, you're a spirit.
Our Spirit's good.
Link Dagger plus Yule's level 16 for Spirit. Even our silent.
Yeah, I was gone in. Haven't really talked about him this game. 4, 2, and 17. He won that top lane, he won that mid lane. We talked about how the laning phase is important. He won 2 lanes by himself.
Yeah,
Of course,
really
FYA.
taking that challenge.
FY, like, yeah, he snowballed, but it was
That initiation, long jump in, gonna be able to silence one and grab another. The Winter Wyvern, they're gonna try and kill him first to make sure no Winter's Curse goes off, turns around, but it's still silent, and gonna be finished off by maybe QO. BKB'd up. Just can't seem to lock down anybody. Ame's the next one up, but QO actually just has to leave. FY is gonna re-initiate, trying to slow down these heroes so maybe can follow up on it, and we'll be able to get that kill. Triple kill, beyond godlike for him. 28 Bloodstone charges. Immortals, you can do it anytime. Now's the time to drop out because this game,
Dire's top tower has fallen.
game that should cinch things, at least the Rax minimum. They haven't called it yet, but Forev is just waiting inside base, not even trying to TP. He's got that Aghanim Scepter, but his ulti's on cooldown. And they do have 2 towers at bottom, so maybe they will play things out and say like, well,
hold to that very last
yeah,
round.
like let's just play things out, give it like a good. But
Jump from maybe grabbing the Winter Wyvern, has no defense mechanisms, no Glimmer Cape, no nothing. Deal with the Storm Spirit. Fortunately, he does manage to survive thanks to the Decrepify from the Pugna.
Nice, they grabbed the courier.
It is going to be 2 lanes of Rax though. And, I mean, Furion is doing it in the bottom lane. He's trying to take that tier 3.
Trying to be as annoying as possible.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He does have a TP out too.
Alright, well, if he takes this tier 3, he can start throwing Treants at the
Radiant's bottom tower has
Aim.
been denied.
And he's like, guys, down there, see what happens. Don't run into maybe though. He's unkillable. He's grabbing a BKB too. If it wasn't too hard. Silencer 20 seconds till his global silence. And they haven't even... Immortals might try to sneak. They do it very quickly, but... Everybody from LGD.
Nearly fast enough to stop maybe his initiation. Already bringing Bloodseeker down to half health, but go ahead and throw down the Cold Embrace. So that's why Yao and FY go ahead and launch their attack onto the back line. Not worrying about QO. He pops his BKB, but ultimately he seems to be ineffective, unable to be able to find any hero to lock down. Maybe he'll get the kill on Yao, but it doesn't actually heal up from that one. It's MP who gets the kill. So QO has to run himself on a small little bit of HP. Can't even make it out though. Locked out from a random Centaur came in, trying to give QO the helping hand, but even with the help of the neutrals, Immortals can't possibly seem to beat LGD in this game number 3, so they will call it here. Good game. 21,000 gold lead by 34 minutes. Even more one-sided, it seems, than game.
Yeah, that game was a slaughter. From the laning phase in the get-go, LGD, they kind of showed up their weaknesses. They needed better lanes. They got that. And Immortals, they were never really able to set their footing. That Pugna had to run from top to mid to bottom. Didn't really know where to go, didn't know what to do. Didn't really have a place in the game either because his other 2 cores weren't able to rotate. And both of them were susceptible to this clockwork.